Hey there, this is Gaurav. Welcome back with another video of the series Learn JavaScript from Scratch. So in the last video, we have already discussed about variable, right? So there we mentioned one term called keyword. So in this video, we are going to talk about keyword and identifier. So without wasting any further time, let's jump right in. So let us first understand the concept of keyword. So keywords are reserved word in JavaScript. Especially it has some meaning in JavaScript. You cannot use it in order to indicate or give a label to a variable or function name. Okay, makes sense? So we are having total 63 keywords that JavaScript provides to programmer. Ideally, this number is keep on growing as we are getting multiple updates in JavaScript. So it is not fixed. Okay. You can see I am showing some of the keyword, that reserved word in JavaScript. We have used so far where, right? Like we are having while, do, false, else, enum, for, and so on, function. So don't worry, you don't have to remember all this word. It is just to let you know that we have this many keyword in JavaScript. So now we have another concept that is called identifier. So identifier refers to the name that we are given to entities like variable, function, object, etc. Also, the next point is identifiers must be unique and we cannot use keyword as an identifier. So let's see an example. Like keyword, I told you like where is a keyword, right? Function is a keyword. But what is the identifier? Identifier is nothing but the variable name. Like first name, age, sum, function name, sum to number. Let's say it's a function. So all this name or label that we are giving to an entities, it's nothing but identifier. But we cannot use a keyword in identifier. So that's why we have a number of rules in identifier that you have to follow. You cannot create any name for a variable or function. Okay. So let's see that now. So the first rule is JavaScript identifier must start with a letter or underscore or dollar sign, but it cannot start with a number. Okay, so I'll be giving you some example. You have to tell me which one is right syntax, which one is not. These are the example. Can you tell me which one is wrong syntax first? Yeah, this one, the third one. We cannot use a number. So where 5 first name is a wrong syntax, we cannot use it. And the same way, we cannot use a symbol other than underscore and dollar. So that's why if I write this percentage or mod, that is also a kind of wrong syntax. But the other syntax where you're using underscore or dollar, these are fine. The next rule says symbol in the middle of variable name is not allowed except dollar and underscore. So we cannot write any symbol in the middle of a variable name, okay? But we can write dollar or underscore. And the third rule says you cannot use a keyword as identifier. Let me give you some example. You tell me which one are right and which one are not. The where function is a wrong syntax. Why? Because function is a keyword. You cannot use function as an identifier, right? The same goes for where export and where continue. These all are the keyword. But the other one looks good, right? You can start with underscore and dollar. Also this keyword and identifier, these are all case sensitive. You cannot write where we will start in caps. Okay, so again I'm back to the JS bean, that is JavaScript Online Console. So let me declare a variable, the same variable, let's say first name equal to Jonas. So we have done this thing, right? And let me show it in console.log first name. Perfect. So I'll be getting the result. That's right. Okay. So now let us do one thing. Let us try to add some number before that. Okay. So if I try to do it, you can see we are getting some error like unexpected 5. Here your first name is identifier and where is your keyword, right? So if I try, you'll get error. Okay, let us add some symbol, let's say percentage, and again try. Again we are getting some error, right? But if I try to add underscore, let's see what we will get. Yeah, we are getting the result. That means underscore is allowed. Same thing goes for dollar. If I add dollar sign over here, it also will give us the result. Perfect. The same thing is applicable for in the middle. So let's say if I add something here, it will give us some error, right? We cannot use it. Yeah. But if I add underscore here, it should give us the result. Perfect. So now we will see if can we add any keyword. Let's say I can use function. Can I use function as our identifier? Which function is nothing but a keyword. If I try, I'll be getting error. Okay, that means these are the rules that you have to keep in your mind while creating your identifier. Okay, so the last point I would like to highlight, that is comments. So how we can use comments in JavaScript. So for single line comments you can use 2/, and for multiple line comments you have to use something like that. So why comments are important? So once you write some code, let's say we are adding to number, right? So you can mention like what your function is doing. I mean, what you are trying to do. So you can mention so that it will be very easy for other developer. They can see what you are doing, right? Also, if you want to experiment something, then you can also make some code in comments so that later we can check whether it's working fine or not. So I think it's a good practice to use comments where you can write what you are doing. So in my code, I can write what this function is doing at the top. So we can write that. So sum of two number. I mean, very simple. So that means this is what your function is doing. So this is a multiple line command. Okay. So here you can write function, let's say name. It's not required, just I'm giving you some example like how we can use multiple line commands. So you can write like description. That's all for this video. I hope you have enjoyed this video. See you on the next video. Thanks for watching.